Here with my friend Katie. I want you to hear kind of her story and how she came to Victory Family Church and what God's been doing in her life. So, Katie, why don't you tell everybody why you started coming to church here the first time and what it's looked like between then and now?
I started coming to Victory Family Church right on Thanksgiving, actually. My best friend Jamie, who's been coming here for a long time, she invited me to come to your brunch. It was so amazing. Like, I don't have a home, I don't have a place to live, I am currently homeless, and I said I didn't have any family down here, I didn't have anything to do for Thanksgiving, and she's like, well, my church is throwing a brunch, and I want you to come and be part of the family here and start to grow with Victory. And I said, absolutely. So we came in, they met me right at the door, and they were like, you know, welcoming me in, and we sat down and we ate, and it was really, really good, and I felt at ease. Like, everybody here was so accepting, and I instantly knew, like, when I walked in the door, like, God just said, this is where you need to be. Like, this is where you need to make your home.
A lot of people say as the church grows, they're like, well, it's getting too big to still be family. It's getting too big, you know, I kind of get lost in the cracks. You know, it's growing, it's the parking lot's full, the lobby's full. So so you kind of came in November of last year. So what do you think? Does it feel kind of too big to be family, or kind of talk about your experiences?
No, I think, gosh, family is never big enough. Like, can you love enough people? You know, like, I don't think that you can, you know, and I think that I've always grown up in really big churches, and I love big churches, and the way that I make my church feel small for me is I get involved. Every time that I've reached out to somebody in this church and introduced myself, they have welcomed me back with open arms, you know, and that to me makes me feel like part of the family.
That's awesome.
Even though it's big, like, it's not, it's small stuff.
You felt like you wanted to contribute, and so a few Sundays ago, you gave $10. You didn't want anybody to know, but yeah, you know, we knew, and so you know, I would think if anybody needs that $10 in our church, you know, it would be you. What kind of compelled you to say, you know, I want to contribute, I want to be a part of what God's doing here, even though I need this, I want to be a giver.
Tithing to me has always been really, really important, and especially when I felt like this church had given so much to me, even though you guys don't know. Sorry. You gave me a sense of hope, and a sense of peace, and a sense of family. And even when a family struggles, they still give to each other to lift each other up, you know? And that's what I did. And God has always blessed my tithes and multiplied it. And I just figured it's His money anyways, and He's given me so much with, like, a place to stay and a family and a church home. And so why not give Him the $10 that He gave to me? Like, I'm just giving it back to Him, and He's gonna multiply that, and I know that He will, and that's exciting. And when I come to this church, I'm excited every week to see what He has in store for me.
So you don't know this. There's a lady in the church that actually lives really close to where you work, and she emailed me a couple days ago and said if you needed a place to stay for the next couple months while you get back on your feet, and be able to get a car and get transportation, she would love for you to be able to stay with her.
Are you serious?
I am. I mean, that would be a really cruel joke if I wasn't.
Oh my God. I don't feel like I deserve that.
I kind of feel the opposite. I kind of feel like if anybody does, you know, I think it's cool to see, and we didn't solicit that at all. I think it's, you know, it's cool to see how I think God is always trying to reward faithfulness, and I think, you know,
He is such a provider.